I'm Vicky Childs from Lifeforce Hypnotherapy and Counselling, based in Medford, New South Wales. And today I'm making the first in a series of educational events in relation to hypnotherapy, hoping to demystify some of what hypnotherapy is about. So I'm basically a counsellor, a clinical hypnotherapist, and also a certified EFT practitioner. EFT is the emotional freedom technique. So when people find out that I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, inadvertently one of the first things that anyone ever wants to know is, can I be hypnotised? People always say to me, how do I know if I can be hypnotised? So today, part one is all about whether you can be hypnotised. I'm answering the question. Can you be hypnotised? Well, the good news is that 95% of the general population can actually be successfully hypnotised. So how do you know if you're one of the 95%? So there's a lot of ways that you can actually ascertain that information, and today I'm going to give you those tips. Let's say, for instance, you're the sort of person that you find a great book. Okay, so let's just see. We find a great book. Okay, and you pick up that book and you start to read it. And an hour later you find that you're 10 chapters in, or perhaps you pick up the book and you read it from cover to cover. And you think, where did the time go? Time has just flown, time's elapsed. I've been reading the book for 4, maybe 5 hours, and I didn't realise. Well, you've actually been in a trance state. So this indicates to us that you are certainly someone that can be very successfully hypnotised. Let's say you decide to go for a drive, or you may even be driving to work, a known route. So what you do, jump in the car, and obviously you're going from point A to point B. You arrive at point B and you think to yourself, oh, how did I get here? Obviously you've driven. And I think a lot of us have had this experience, that you've driven to a destination, and when you get there you think, oh, okay, I'm here. How did I actually get here? Well, the thing is, you have also been in a trance state whilst driving. Driving is known to induce trance states. So if that has happened to you, you are definitely someone who can be hypnotised. Another example is if you're someone that perhaps, pops your iPod on, you pop music on, and hours elapse while you're listening to music. And, before you know it, 3 or 4 hours have gone. You've been totally immersed in listening to your music. And you think, where did that time go? You're also someone that can certainly be hypnotised. If you're someone that perhaps, let's say you go to the beach or you go for a walk along the lake and you totally zone out, hours go by and you're not consciously thinking anything, but the hours elapse very easily. You're also someone that can be hypnotised. All of what I've described in those last few examples are actually examples of a trance state. And when you undergo a hypnotherapy session, that is exactly what you're doing. You are entering a trance state. There are 4 known trance states, and all of those examples do incorporate various forms of trance states. So a lot of people will certainly fit into the 95% who can be successfully hypnotised. And then I guess that brings us to the other side of the coin, or the other side of the spectrum, those who cannot be successfully hypnotised. Well, it would stand to reason. There certainly is an element of people who they don't want to be hypnotised. So it may be a cultural belief, it may be an environmental belief, or just a firmly held belief that hypnotherapy or hypnotism, it doesn't work. So for these people, when their mind is set on that, and they have that particular mindset, then obviously it won't work for you. Because if you believe that it won't work, well, certainly it won't work, and vice versa. We also tend not to work with people who may have a long-term drug or alcohol dependency, as this can impair the process of being able to go into a genuine trance state. One of the other groups that we do not work with hypnotherapy is for younger children under the age of 5. And of course that's just common sense and stands to reason. So I hope that this brief video has actually been educational, and if you've been thinking about having hypnotherapy in any form or for any of the many maladies, issues and challenges that we can cover, why not give it a go? Most people do fit into that 95%, and generally the feedback that we get is, it's an absolutely wonderful experience. And I will just clarify, with hypnotherapy, you are in control at all times. You're completely in control of the process. It's very enjoyable and nothing at all like the stage hypnosis that you see, which is entirely different, and that's purely for entertainment value. Clinical hypnotherapy works with your own inner resources, and best of all, there are no nasty side effects, only positive benefits. So I do hope to see you soon, and if you have a question about hypnotherapy, please feel free to post it up on our page and I'll respond as soon as I possibly can. Thank you, have a wonderful day, and remember to breathe.